Hello, I'm Sophie Blue. I'm going to show you how I go about painting a self-portrait in pastel. I've got my mirror right next to me and my pastels, and I'm using a paper by Canson called Untitled Touch, which is quite nice. You can see me setting up the placement, the beginnings of my portrait. I'm just searching for where I'm going to put the figure on the paper, moving things around a little bit, speeding up, otherwise you'll be here for days with me. I'm putting in some general lights and darks, just really searching where this figure is going to be placed, where we're going to go. At the moment, it is actually more drawing than painting, as I'm trying to get the right lines and shapes into my drawing. Not everything might be correct, but I'm just trying to get the right proportions and get all the placement correct. So you can see I'm really searching. There's lots and lots of lines everywhere. Putting in some extra lights will help me see the proportions of it all. Starting to add some colour here, some warm tones to give the figure a bit more life and a bit more warmth. I'm still not overly concerned with any details. I'm trying to keep things quite general, just still looking for shapes and the right proportions. Here you can see how I've added some colours to the shirt and the hair. I've put some skin colours in the face. This is not sped up, so you can see me drawing in real time, and you can see how fast or slow I paint. I quite like to exaggerate the features at this early stage, so my mouth is turned down quite a bit and so are my eyes, and I look quite grumpy, but it helps to see the features really clearly, slightly exaggerated. We've sped up again, so this is 4 times the normal speed, and you can see me adding some more colour to the thing, trying to get the tones a bit more realistic. I'm darkening the shirt, but don't want to go for just black and white, so I want to add a bit of colour and a bit of life to it. The shirt is actually a dark grey, but I want to create a lively grey, so I will put in some bold colours and tone it down later. Well, we've reached the ugly stage. I'm sure every painting has an ugly stage. I'm trying to put a bit of definition to the eyes, and no, I am not afraid of using black. It looks quite stark and strong at this moment, but it will give me a good idea of where the darks and where the lights are. Again, I don't mind exaggerating, and I will tone it down later. At this moment in time, it is quite useful to really get your darks in the right position. pastels I use usually end up on a little pile next to me, and so those are usually the first ones I grab for any of the other areas as well. So by sheer accident, I suppose, I usually end up using the same pastels for the face as well as the background as well as the shirt, and that is a good thing, because if you use your colours all over your painting, you will get some sort of unity and harmony. So you can see I have used some warm yellow from the face in the sleeve as well as in the background, and I've used some skin colours in the background as well as in the shirt. The whole thing hopefully comes together a little bit better that way. I'm hoping you're not wondering what the broken arm is for, but I'm using a bevel-edged mirror, so the reflection is broken just at the wrist, and I decided to paint that in so it's clear that it's a self-portrait. I hope that actually works. We're going back to normal speed, so you can see me painting at a real life speed. You can see I like hatching a lot. I use either small hatches or dots to create a texture in my painting and to layer the colours over each other. Very often, because of the hatching and the dabbing technique, you can see the colours underneath, and it creates a nice lively and effect, which is not flat or boring, hopefully. Most of my pastels are Rembrandt, as you can see, which is a Dutch brand called Talens Rembrandt, which I like very much. They are soft pastels, but they are fairly hard in the soft pastel category, and with it you can make small detail as well as more painterly effects. I also have unisons and Schminke pastels, but I must say the workhorse of my pastel collection is Rembrandt. we're back to real-time painting. I am endlessly dabbing and cross-hatching over the face just to build up the layers, to probably close the tooth up a bit and create a smoother effect. That was my phone in the background, I'm sorry. As you can see, I'm just dabbing away with tiny little dots in various colours to create the right texture of skin, and to still at this stage, at all stages, search for the right shapes and the right shadows and the right tones and the right colours. I'm constantly correcting and fixing and changing things until I am happy with the result. Now, I worked on this portrait for quite a few days, and I've shortened it dramatically for you to be able to follow it. But although I'm happy with the textures at the moment, the likeness is not perfect yet, so I fiddled around for many days more, as you can see in the coming pictures. I like to work quite close up, as you can see here. You can see myself in the mirror behind over there, but you can see that sometimes I really have to get up close to my picture to be able to see where the pastel stick actually makes a mark and whether that is the right position.